Jays, the draft is the lifeblood of their organization, and we are pleased to be joined now by the Director of Amateur Scouting, Andrew Tinish. And Andrew, I guess you must be awfully busy with the upcoming draft starting on Monday.
It's a busy time. We've been in meetings the last few days, and now we're about 6 days away, so we're excited. We're fired up, ready to go.
It's an interesting time. The Blue Jays have 5 picks in the first 60 picks, so obviously you've got some good spots, and I'm sure you're really trying to get all the information as possible and try to sort out how you're going to use those 5 spots.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. It's the 4th year in a row we've had extra picks, and I think anytime you get that, it's it can really work to your advantage. You have a chance to add some good players to the system, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job the last few years, and hopefully we'll do the same again this year.
Blue Jays have a theory. Are they going to go for signability or best player available?
Well, it's it's kind of a unique year, I guess. We got a new system in place with the new CBA, so I think that teams are really sort of feeling things out. Players are trying to feel things out. As far as a philosophy, we're looking for the best talent, the best available player, and hopefully we'll be able to sign that player.
Now, how long have you been on a particular player? Say you've got a high school player coming out. How long might you have been watching a particular player?
Sure. It really, the 2013 draft starts about a week after this year's draft. So, there's really no downtime. But our scouts have been, they follow these players as juniors in high school, and the process is really longer than a year. Building at bats, building innings, just trying to get to know these players, their makeup, how badly they want to play pro baseball, that sort of thing.
How do you keep it all straight with so many players and everywhere where you have to cover, and then how do you rank them so you take the best player available?
It's very challenging. You're sitting there, and this isn't like the NFL or the NBA draft, shorter rounds. We have 40 rounds. We have about 1,000 players that we've turned in for this draft. And, we don't rank necessarily all 900, 1,000 players. Obviously, the priority are those top guys, that top 100 or 150 players. But it's a challenge because you got a room full of scouts who may scout a different way, different opinions, different experiences. But, we do our best as a group, and hopefully at the end of the day, we line it up the right way.
Here you see the Blue Jays slots and where they're going to draft, and you have the 17th, 22nd, and then you get 50, 58, and 60. How many players might you have prepared to take in that 17th spot?
Well, look, anytime you're picking in the back half of the first round, it's really a challenge as far as, who's actually going to get there. I think at this point, we got a small group of players that we feel pretty comfortable are going to be gone in front of us. But, really, you get outside the top, 8 or 10 picks in a draft like this, and opinions vary at that point. So there may be someone there that we're not expecting to get there. Maybe a couple of guys we hope will be there are not going to be there. So, look, at the end of the day, it's about lining it up and hopefully getting the guy that you want.
When you go in for the final stop, so do you take another set of eyes with you in that particular stop, just in case, you might see something, the other guy might? Are there more than one of your top scouts that go in to see a guy toward the end?
Yeah, I think early on we try and spread ourselves out across the country. There's so much going on. There's so many players who are, I guess, in play. And as we kind of narrow the scope towards the end, we really try to zero in. And, I might go in with one of our national guys. I might go in with Dana Brown, our special assistant. May go with the area scout just to kind of get a recap on the year on how the player's done, a little more history. So it really varies depending on the time, depending on the day, so to speak. But absolutely, we do try and get some common looks late in the year.
Upstairs.
I know we've talked about philosophy, and I know the CBA has changed a little bit, but high school player, college player, preference?
I wouldn't say preference. I think that, again, line them up on ability. Obviously we've leaned a little bit more towards high school players the last couple of years, and I think that maybe that just kind of is us maybe being aggressive, looking for the player with maybe a little bit more upside. But at the same time, there are college players with upside, so no real specific philosophy, just, again, more best player available.
Well, Andrew, we certainly thank you for your time, and I know it's a busy time for you, and you probably enjoy a little bit of a break to get away from it.
Yeah. You know, I think once the draft ends, we'll kind of sit back and recap, and you know, hopefully we'll have a great draft. We're really excited.
Full count, foul back. I have one final question. With the new CBA, we don't want to get into the details. Do you suspect that there will be quicker signings this year than there have been in the past?
I do. I think that you know, it's a little bit more clear cut. I think that a lot more players will, I guess, let us know what they want a little bit earlier, be more, I guess, more excited to get out right away and just get things done. So I think from that perspective, players from the draft will get more at bats, more innings right away, which should be good for pro baseball.
Carnacion pops it up. Metameet at third. Makes the catch, and Andrew Tinnish, we want to thank you for your time and good luck next Monday.
Thanks,
and hopefully
guys.
everything will
I
work out.
appreciate it. Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
So much, Andrew.
Okay.
We have played 3.